How does it feel to be back at the Bosh playing against someone that isn't your own team in a different uniform?
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, we played pretty well. The thing that was awesome was the crowd for a fall scrimmage. Carolina baseball's come a long ways, and that's a credit to our guys, obviously, also to our crowd. But it's just good to play somebody else. I mean, we've scrimmaged each other almost 15 times, so it's time to play somebody else. Obviously, we got the Fall World Series this week. I wish we could play an opponent once a week because we would. But that's a really good junior college team. Every arm they threw out there, for the most part, was 90 plus with pretty good stuff. And we played pretty good top to bottom. It was good to be back out here in a beautiful night.
You roll out Jason for 2, Ryan for 2, Folger for 2. What was the idea of sending them out and then not putting in 2 freshmen until the very end?
You know, there really wasn't. We just felt like with it being, quote, scout day as well, as they call it, we wanted to get as many guys in that we could, but we also wanted to be productive this week, so we scrimmaged on Thursday as well, so we couldn't pitch all of them. But this was Jason and Ryan's last outing of the fall. We had some other guys we've already shut down, like Olin Johnson, Timmy Lawson, just because of their workload. So basically, DeCaro and Lynch talked me into having one more outing, but they'll shut down. They won't pitch anymore this fall. They won't pitch in the Fall World Series. They won't pitch against NC State because obviously the spring is most important. But we just felt like we wanted to respect the pro teams as well, and get our draft eligible guys out there early and then finish with the young guys.
Last year, Aiden talked to us a lot about how important the fall was for him introducing a new pitch like the changeup.
Yeah.
How are you guys using the fall this season, especially with guys like Folger and Ryan who are introducing new pitches?
Yeah. They've probably been frustrated at times because a guy like McDuffie, that was the best he's thrown all fall because we hadn't let him throw a slider. And same thing with Lynch. He's thrown a ton of change-ups. And if you notice today, DeCaro was really spinning the ball well. He's worked really hard on his off-speed. So in the fall, we remind them, like, obviously you want to be competitive as heck and you want to get outs, but there's certain things we have to work on for you to take another step forward. Even with young guys, we recognize right away. So we feel like we've been productive, but we did want to let them today just do their thing, and we threw all that out the window, wanted them to just compete. And they did a good job of that for sure.
The defense that you rolled out at the beginning, obviously very different than last year, but yeah. Eric Paulson and then Cooper Nicholson at the 2 corners. What have you seen from them both on the dirt and then at the plate?
Yeah, Paulson's an advanced defender and an advanced hitter. We're lucky to have him here. He was the defender of the year in their conference, but he's also one of the best hitters in their conference. Doesn't swing out of the zone. Just a plus first baseman, which is huge. Cooper came in here as a middle guy, but he's physical, got a ton of power. We just feel like for this team, it's best to move him to third and keep Gavin and Schaffner in the middle. They've been really good up the middle together. Who for sure is going to play short, who for sure is going to play second. I can't say that today, but they're both going to be in the middle. We like that athleticism. And obviously when you lose guys and you can, bring other guys in that are older, that helps as well.
You bring in, lose 7 guys from the lineup last year. You're bringing in a bunch of new guys, and the profile of the offense seems quite different from last year, just like last year was quite different the year before. I think there was something like 15 exit velocities of 100 miles per hour plus today. I mean, how impressed were you with the performance of the offense today?
Yeah, honestly, I was giving them a hard time because early on we were hitting singles, and they've hit a lot of home runs this fall against our good arms. But a lot of them today, again, it was their first time really competing against another uniform. But if you look at the guys that we brought in, even McGinnis and Heineck, who played kind of the second half of the scrimmage, they performed really well in a really good league. One of them hit 18 home runs, one of them hit almost 300 with 50. Both of them had over 50 RBIs. So their experience factor obviously is important. They're older, they're stronger, and we like some of our young guys as well that we think can jump in there. So it's going to be extremely competitive. I think you have to be careful looking at the lineup that started the game today, because every fall I printed off 2 falls ago and last fall the lineup that started. That's not the lineup that ends up being the everyday. But defensively, we want to experiment, move some guys around, and some guys have gotten better. So it's a great group, a fun group. They work hard, and we've got some versatility. So I'm excited about that.
23 strikeouts, just 3 hits, given up 1 run. That's impressive from the pitching staff.
Yeah, Lynch, he doesn't get any postgame meal. Gave up the only run on that home run. But yeah, the guys have worked really hard, at controlling their fastballs, number one, to both sides of the plate, and having a secondary pitch. We explained to the guys you don't need 15 pitches. You just want to have a go-to secondary pitch. So you saw that tonight. And they've worked hard. Coach Gaines and Coach Howell changed some grips on some balls. It's really good to see Boston Flannery take a step for us. He has been tremendous all fall. We need him to take that next step, which I know he will. And obviously we're getting back Matthias, we're getting back Percival, those guys, so that's exciting. But I thought everybody went out there. Chewy was way better. He's all fully healed from that torn lat. And then guys like Seagraves and Lynch and McDuffie, they all have to continue to get better for us. So they look pretty good tonight. But again, they weren't extended too much, and we still have a ways to go. We got to get better.
How do you sort of grade or evaluate a game against another team differently than you do inter-squad?
Definitely, just from the standpoint of anytime that there's people in the stands and they're facing another uniform, what's their heartbeat going to be like? Are they going to be too amped up? Are they going to control their breathing? So they definitely passed that test. But early on, I could tell. I asked some of the new guys, which is a good thing. Heck, Parks Harbor told me he was like that here. Even he played at Georgia. So anytime you're in a new environment, it's good just to see how they're going to respond. And I thought they responded really, really well. That's why you schedule these games. I mean, I know we played well and the score was a little skewed, but that's a 60-win team that is a top 5 junior college team. If they roll in here midweek and they throw their best arms, they can beat you. So I like playing those teams as much as we can, for sure.
You mentioned Boston. It looked like Rom. Are there any other guys that have really taken a step forward this fall?
Golly, after playing 13 innings, I don't know what, my brain's not working great. I think everybody has improved. I mean, Perry Harg's improved, Sawyer Black's improved. All the guys that have come back, Lee Sowers and all the arms, they've gotten better, and that's what you look for. From the developmental side, they got stronger. They went off and pitched in the Cape. But Rom started the year in the 4-hole and just lost some confidence. He's got that confidence back. He went off and he played and he got a lot better. Who else did you say?
Well, I mean, you said Boston.
Oh, yeah, Boston, that's a credit to Boston. He pitched in the Coastal Plain League. His numbers weren't great, but he's really worked on his delivery. And here's a guy that his freshman year pretty much was one of our best guys in the fall and one of our best guys in the preseason. But Boston has stuck with it. He stayed at UNC. He didn't transfer in this crazy world, and there's no doubt in my mind he's going to be rewarded for it because he's starting to figure it out a little bit, and that'd be a huge weapon for us. No matter what, it could be a starter, it could be a reliever. I don't know what he's going to be, but I think he's got a chance to really help us.
I would say Folger too. I mean, 4 strikeouts, especially after last season.
Well, he's added a cutter. That's a credit to Coach Gaines and Coach Howell, and it's nasty. Our hitters and our catchers, Winslow was talking about the other day, like it's a weapon. It's hard. It looks like a fastball and just cuts in on you. So that's the other thing I want to point out tonight. Both our catchers, really talented, really good defensively. Both are older, know how to run a pitching staff. So that's some good depth back there too, which I'm excited about.
For next week, have you decided on the incentives for whichever team wins?
Yeah, we have. I can't share them with you because we got to keep them in house. I got to make sure that I can do all of them, whatever they are in today's world. But these guys are already talking smack big time. And this year we're not playing Game 3 unless we're not playing it just to play it. So it's just straight up best 2 out of 3. So there'll be some smack talk going on Monday when we roll out here. And it's hard to believe, we've been in team, we've got 2 weeks left. It's an important 2 weeks. We have to keep getting better. But these guys, man, they rolled out there today. And at first I'm like, maybe they're a little bit tired. We're lifting every week. They lifted Monday, they lifted Thursday. So we're challenging them more than we would in a regular season. And they've responded really well to it.